Hello everyone, and welcome to UFO Evidence. Today, we're embarking on a global journey to explore some of the most compelling and baffling UFO sightings from around the world. For decades, strange objects in our skies have been reported by people from all walks of life, from pilots and military personnel to ordinary citizens. Are these misidentified natural phenomena, secret military craft, or could they be something more? Let's start our journey in the United States, a hotspot for UFO activity for over 70 years. We all know about Roswell in 1947, the legendary crash that sparked a global obsession. But let's fast forward to a more recent event, the Phoenix Lights of March 1997. Thousands of people across Arizona, including the state governor, witnessed a massive V-shaped formation of lights gliding silently across the night sky. The object was estimated to be over a mile wide. The official explanation was military flares, but many witnesses vehemently disagree, pointing out that the lights were stationary for a long period and moved together as a single, solid object before disappearing over the horizon. The sheer number of credible witnesses makes this one of the most significant mass sightings in history. Now, let's cross the Atlantic to Europe, specifically to Belgium. Between 1989 and 1990, a wave of sightings of large black triangular UFOs swept the country. These objects were often seen flying at low altitudes and high speeds, making incredible maneuvers that defied known physics. On one famous night in March 1990, multiple ground witnesses and 2 police patrols tracked one of these triangles. The Belgian Air Force scrambled 2 F-16 fighter jets to intercept. The pilots established radar lock-on multiple times, but the object's speed and agility were simply astounding. It would drop thousands of feet in a few seconds, far faster than any human pilot could survive. The Belgian military was so perplexed that they publicly released their case files, a rare move that showed just how seriously they took these events. Our next stop takes us to South America, a continent rich with UFO lore. In Brazil, 1986, an event known as the official night of the UFOs occurred. Air traffic control radars in São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro detected around 20 unidentified objects. The Brazilian Air Force was immediately alerted and scrambled multiple fighter jets to intercept them. For several hours, the pilots engaged in a cat and mouse chase across the sky. The objects, described as bright points of light, would play with the jets, accelerating to supersonic speeds in an instant, and then stopping dead in the sky. The Minister of Aeronautics at the time held a press conference the very next day, confirming the events and stating that the military had no explanation for the phenomena. This official confirmation from a high-ranking government official makes the Brazilian case incredibly compelling. Let's travel east to Russia, a country with a long and secretive history of UFO encounters. One of the most famous cases is the Voronezh incident of 1989. In a city park, multiple witnesses, including children and local police, reported the landing of a large, reddish, spherical craft. They described tall, three-eyed beings emerging from the craft, one of which allegedly used a tube-like weapon to temporarily paralyze a teenage boy. Soil samples taken from the landing site reportedly showed unusual levels of certain isotopes, though these findings are debated. While the story sounds like science fiction, the sheer number of corroborating witnesses who told consistent stories to investigators makes the Voronezh landing a classic and deeply strange case in UFO history. Heading further east, we arrive in China. While official information is tightly controlled, reports of UFO sightings have been increasing over the years. A particularly notable incident occurred in 2010 when the Xiaoshan airport in Hangzhou was forced to shut down for an hour. Air traffic controllers spotted an object on radar, and pilots preparing for takeoff and landing reported seeing a strange, twinkling object in the sky. Flights were diverted, and the event caused a major disruption. An official investigation was launched, and while some suggested it might have been a private aircraft, no definitive explanation was ever provided to the public. This incident highlights that UFO encounters are a modern, ongoing issue that can have real-world consequences, even affecting major infrastructure like international airports. Finally, let's head down under to Australia. The Westall incident of 1966 is one of Australia's most famous mass sightings. At a school in a suburb of Melbourne, over 200 students and teachers witnessed a grey, saucer-shaped craft descend into a nearby field before quickly ascending and vanishing at high speed. The witnesses described it as a low-flying, silent object. What makes this case particularly intriguing is the alleged aftermath. Witnesses claim that men in black suits, believed to be from the government or military, arrived shortly after, warning students and teachers not to speak about what they had seen. The headmaster gathered everyone and instructed them to forget the incident. This element of a cover-up adds a layer of mystery and has fueled speculation for over half a century. So what do we make of all this? From the deserts of Arizona to the skies over Belgium, from the bustling cities of Brazil to the quiet suburbs of Australia, the stories are remarkably consistent. Silent, fast-moving objects performing maneuvers that defy our current understanding of technology. While skeptics rightly point to misidentification, atmospheric phenomena, or secret military projects, the sheer volume and global nature of these reports are hard to dismiss entirely. The witnesses are often credible, trained observers, like pilots and police officers, whose accounts are backed up by radar data. The fact that multiple governments, like those of Belgium and Brazil, have officially acknowledged their inability to explain these events adds significant weight. The question isn't just, are we alone? Anymore. It's becoming, what are these objects in our skies? As technology advances with more cameras, sensors, and citizen journalists than ever before, the evidence continues to mount. Government bodies like the Pentagon's UAP task force are now officially investigating these phenomena, lending a new level of credibility to the topic. They are no longer dismissing these reports, but are actively analyzing them as potential national security threats. This global tour shows us one thing clearly. The UFO phenomenon is not confined to one country or one culture. It's a worldwide mystery. Each case we've discussed is just the tip of the iceberg, with thousands of other reports waiting to be explored. What do you think? Are these visitors from other worlds, advanced terrestrial technology, or something else entirely? We'd love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Which international case do you find most convincing? Let us know. Thank you for joining us on this journey around the world of UFOs. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to UFO Evidence for more investigations into the unknown. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies.